Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath. Through the campaign Alilopolis.
Yeah, fuck you,
Fucking
Craig.
Craig.
Um, I'm still trying to find a token for something similar to what you described, at least, though. Even, unless you had one already somewhere else.
I don't think I do.
And fun fact, if you ever need to or want to create your character in a visual thing, is it? It's not coming to me now. Found, what's that one that you used to create Zeph, Wisteria, that I'd suggest?
The Hero Forge.
Hero Forge is and they'll create miniatures as well. So you
Okay.
could you could actually purchase a miniature through them, but they also give you the opportunity to basically create a 3D model of your character, and then what you can do is take a top down snapshot on the screen on the computer or from your phone or something like that, and I can edit it and make it into a token for your person on Roll20.
Oh,
So
okay.
that way you have full kind of rights to the token. Otherwise, I'm trying to think here. Let me try typing this other thing in. Okay. That might work for the time being. Maybe. Here it is. I will do this one for the time being.
Hello.
Badink.
Hello.
Hey. Oh, man. I'm so disappointed by Grasp of Hadar, which is a Warlock invocation from Xanathars. I thought it was every time you hit somebody, kind of like the repelling one, you push them backwards, so you could pull someone forward 50 feet
Oh, okay.
eventually. But it's only once per turn, so you can only do it once, so 10 feet. And I am disappointed. Because I can climb on walls, and I was going to just sit on the ceiling and start dropping, marionetting string people and then dropping them.
Yeah.
Fine, right? Rules as intended.
I mean, we could make something like that.
I mean, we'll see. So we have yet to do combat in this game,
Yeah.
so I'm not positive how exactly this character kind of wants to what role they want to take. Right now, I'm pointed towards the the whole darkness centered on self with devil's sight, so you can see. And that would have been great to just yeet people from their groups and be like, "Hi, you're facing me alone in the dark."
Yeah. Gotta get this There we go.
Ooh, sit outside. Oh, I could probably just sit outside for a bit.
Not quite warm enough here yet today.
It was like 90 here last week. Agonizing
Jeez.
Blast, Animal of Shadows, Devil's Sight. I guess, but I could do Beguiling Influence since we're going to a party. We're going to a party, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Oh, damn it. I was supposed to get stuff to make peach moonshine and I forgot.
Ooh, that sounds good.
That
I'll
does
get it
sound good.
tomorrow. I'll get it tomorrow. I'm going to do it at my mom's
Mind.
house. I'm sure she'd love it.
Sure.
All right.
Just
can
don't
you
leave the cleanup for them. Devil's Sight, Eldritch Mind.
Can you see area? Josh? Area?
Oh, aerate.
Aerate. Sorry, aerate.
Yeah.
And can you move them around? Just this token here. You're on the table again. So you're on top of a stack of papers. You're okay, good. You got a hold
Yep.
of them, good. Good. That's what I was trying to do here in the meantime.
Alright.
And you, Josh, obviously realize this is a similar situation. Air 8, this is completely new. Wherever he was
Right.
in the world before,
I'm making
he's
a new one.
on top of this giant table with giant implements on top of it, including a page that they stand upon currently that reads just Tarith, the path unfolds. And with a night sky above you and so on and so forth, too.
Ooh.
I'm off to hit people with my butt. Love you.
Nice. With your butt?
Apparently.
Nice.
My wife, she would
Whatever works.
serve me.
I think they call that clubbing.
So what is Aerate doing there on the table?
Okay. Anyway, so I'm guessing he just woke up and he sees the night sky above him, and he's wondering how in the world he managed to get here, or if he's still in a dream in a meditative state.
Mm. Pinch yourself?
Does he do anything?
He takes a look around and tries to figure out where he's at.
To the best of his knowledge, it appears like no other place he's ever been, especially considering that there are larger than life candles. They are ginormous, as well as a compass on the right side of the table that he finds himself on. And the only reason he can discern that this is a table is just because of the other implements that are strewn about it, and evidently in some fashion or the other that it has keys, books, cards, dice, more paper, and possibly some writing implements in amongst those, but it's all appearing as if some sort
The
of
desk
desk.
is there. He's standing on a desk.
It appears so.
That's my desk.
Rip the paper.
Okay, so he takes note of the compass
Mhm.
and he tries to discern what direction is north.
The compass seems to be set askew from their actual direction of north, but the arrow pointing directly towards the east, currently on it, is facing almost straight what he would have thought would have been north on the table. Just
Okay.
looking at the night sky and comparing the two. If you want, you could roll me an investigation to clarify that a little bit more. And are
Okay.
you walking up to the compass and such too, I'm guessing?
Yes, I'm walking up to the compass and all.
Move your little character down there.
Okay, which one did you say that I needed to roll?
And investigation.
Investigation. Okay, got a 17.
So, from his past and just knowing a lot about the sky and enjoying that somewhat of the study of it, you recognize that these aren't quite the stars you're used to seeing above you, or at least some of them are there, but not quite in the orientations or in the places you would have expected them to be. And you're looking at the compass and wondering whether or not it's actually working, although now that you're deeply looking at the compass too, you realize that south, north, east, west are almost, they just seem slightly different somehow. Like they're not quite this normal ones you would have expected on the compass either. You're looking at it and wondering, is this even where I was from? And
Yeah.
as you're wondering those thoughts and you're touching the compass, you're a blackness washes over your mind, and the next thing you know is this rushing sensation with a burning salt smell in your nose, and the just what seems like it's hard to perceive all of the new sensations that are coming at you all at once, but those are the first things that you're picking up on before you find yourself almost thrown forward, it feels like, laying go ahead and roll me a dex save to see how you land.
Dex save. Okay.
Yeah.
Just regular dex.
It's up at the top left of the sheet, where it says saving throws.
There we go. 18.
You having the sensation of being flung forward, but still able to catch yourself in almost midair. It's felt like you were able to, just rotate your arm or your hip in just the right place and shift and land on your feet. And you are taking in your surroundings, and you hear the rush of waves first, but what appears to be the inside of a decently large ship of some sort, and you're noticing a whole slew of pillows next to this table that you only slightly recognize as the table that you must have come off of, only because this table has some extra dimensional qualities to it. As you're staring at it, it almost breaks your brain to stare at. And you're realizing more so that it's a ship at sea, probably because there's a rocking sensation to the wooden vessel that is apparently holding you, as well as there are two people leaned up against the wall to your right. This room seems to be some sort of gathering space because there's a bunch of junk just kind of thrown about other than the pillows. There's some boxes and crates and I think a chest maybe just thrown in here somehow. And Wisteria, this is when you're coming to as well from the last thing you remember against the wall. I don't know if Fodar
okay.
is joining us too, but he is there.
He is, but he is making dinner.
Oh, okay. How much? Okay.
How much time's left?
He's just making dinner on the ship.
Yeah.
Oh, 1
Huh?
second! 1 second! Oh!
For you, yeah. How much time's left? He said like maybe 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. You notice this large hairy individual digging through some of the barrels and looking for
I
some
have
food. It looks like.
a black
Otherwise-
screen.
Oh, let me shift this on over here. Thank you. And doop, there we go. And boop. Should get you guys where you need to be. At this point, too, I think we've got everyone that, other than Fodar, here currently. So I was going to do the recap for last session. I know that Frederick might join us, too. He would be on the ship, though, so if he were to join us in the next bit there, we'll catch up with him here. But I'll start right into the recap. Hitherto, the adventurers known as the Rum Rollers entered the Pink Plush Pig to party with the Queen of sORCrates, Queen Phiada. Negotiations about how to save the people of Gargantium from an unknown force of magic thieves led to this prize of the Queen. Otherwise, the Rum Rollers were tasked with capturing the breath of a red dragon. Given 10 magic jars and a chest full of gold, the Rum Rollers planned to sway the dragon to set up a trade of dragon breath for gold in the Queen's name. They also worked out a monthly 1% of the projected profits to be earned after the trade is set up, as well as to have Adune be modified into a flying ship. Lastly,
We're gonna be rich.
some fishy creatures to populate Adune's bottle with. Sir Ferris Tellis, newly made fabricator friend of the Rum Rollers, approached the Queen following the negotiations. He requested to be the fabricator for all the bottles for the trade of the dragon's breath in the future. Agreeing to all the terms, Queen Phiada proceeded to request the Rum Rollers' presence at the Pink Plush Pig, the best party spot in all of sORCrates. She then provided rooms in the castle for them to prepare for the night out. Obligingly, the Queen and the Rum Rollers pre-gamed while Nep began to trip balls on some paper the Queen had provided. Captain Mime placed the chest, fishies, and magic jars on Adune during their preparations. Deciding an hour or so of prep was good enough, the Rum Rollers exited the castle and summoned Timothy, their coachman, for the night. Delivering the buzzing Rum Rollers to the front of the unassuming exteriored party hall, Timothy explains tonight's passcode, which they promptly forgot, and smacks some pig statues around before gaining entry to take a seat at the bar inside the rhythmically throbbing, bright, flashy, colorful, lit pink plush pig. Let's hear what happens this time. That was a mouthful, that last bit.
Pink plush pig.
The all of the adjectives all thrown. Rhythmically throbbing, bright, flashy, colorful, lit pink plush pig.
Reminds me of Harry Potter with the Weasley brothers, the babbling, bumbling bunch of baboons or whatever that McGonagall says when they're talking about like the dancing.
That's right.
I vaguely remember that.
A bunch of bumbling baboons. Is it? I feel like there's one more word in there.
It's like babbling, bumbling bunch of baboons or something like that. Yeah.
Babbling. Yeah, you're right. Babbling, bumbling band of baboons. That's a really good team name for like a Harry Potter trivia. Anyway, we're getting dressed, right?
No, you guys are at the bar currently.
We're at the bar.
But I was starting off with Aerate and
Oh,
Wisteria here inside of the ship bottle adune.
Yep. Sorry. Go for it.
No worries.
Okay. Yay, I can see now.
So I see this pig person in the barrels, and I'm going to ask them what they're doing.
There's
Hey,
no
pig
pig.
person, you're rifling through barrels. What are you doing?
Yeah, what's up?
You're not a pig person, but Josh described you as a large, hairy man.
Large hairy man.
We're on a Dune. Just get on the Xbox. Just get on Discord. He said he's looking for stuff to sell,
The cell. Okay.
or that would be valuable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about you, Wisteria?
I'm guessing I've just probably been here meditating
Mhm.
and like trying to just kind of meditate and seek visions of like what the next step in like me coming here would be, like trying to figure out why I was drawn here and what like I need to do next. And I would think like upon hearing like movement and like people rustling about, I would probably stop meditating and look around and look for the source of the noise.
In your vision searching, you would have seen just flashes of this red dragon majestically flowing through the air, and these creatures from the deep coming up, and shadowy figures. It is still unclear even through the vision what they are, that approach people in the night or at unexpected times and somehow remove them of all their magics, and that you feel that you're being drawn into this not only because of those things, but this is the most current things that seems to be coming through in your visions.
Okay. So I guess I will like kind of like come to and like just kind of make a mental note of that, like vision, and kind of think to myself like, okay, so there's a dragon. That's usually not that great. I don't actually know what all I would know about dragons. I would think probably not much.
Probably
Right?
not, other than that they're big and scary, and the lore that you would have heard probably is at least relative to the fact that nobody really wants to mess with them. They like to hoard treasure and eat living beings. That's about it.
Okay.
Basic, normal, kind of through the grapevine knowledge. Other than some more elaborate stories that don't need to be recanted at this point.
Okay.
of people vanquishing them and such.
Okay. Well, then I'll probably just kind of like make a mental note, like I said, of like the fact that there is this dragon. And then kind of go from there. And like I said, I'll probably kind of just wake up and look around for like the source of whatever woke me up from my meditation.
And you see standing up, just almost in an attack position against the table, I would guess, just having looked like they just rolled out of thin air, and standing next to the table that is extra dimensional,
Mm-hmm.
an air ganassi.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, but a male one who is, I don't know, Josh, or A-Rate, what you doing?
I'm looking around, and after I talk to that one very hairy person, I need to go ahead and tell them that all's well that ends well. Verse 3, chapter 5, and I look over to the other person and trying to figure out exactly who they are.
I guess I'll describe Wisteria. So Wisteria is kind of just sitting like off to the side, kind of up against the wall meditating, and she kind of opens her eyes and looks at you. And I don't know like how much your character would know about like, I don't know, the Feywilds. But if not much, like she looks like an elf, but not quite like any elf you've seen.
Hmm.
Her skin is like a pale blue, or green, like a minty blue. And then her hair is pale lilac, and she's got soft pink eyes. And her gear is like very elven looking, but also very obviously made from like nature. So like lots of like leaves and like leather armor and stuff like that.
All right.
And she'll kind of I'll open my eyes and look over at you and be like, "Oh, hello. You're new."
Most definitely. Where am I?
I'm not sure.
Oh, so you don't know where we're at either.
Josh, do I remember would I remember getting put into like Adune? Like I don't.
Yeah, so the last thing that Wisteria you would have recalled was going over the bridge that goes over the wall into sORCrates, and saying to the rest of the party that we should go to the market to get outfitted for any further adventures, especially after having gotten the reward in the Spiralwood Forest, and so basically to go shopping, and then before going into the market, you felt like you needed to meditate on some things and went into the ship.
Okay.
So which they said was a safe place for you to do so.
And do I know that Adune is just like, I don't know, like a pocket, like in a pocket dimension, kind of like in a bottle?
They would have lightly elaborated on that particular fact, I would say. That that you'll be with them inside of a pocket dimension of
Yeah.
sorts.
So
and
that's
then you find-
what I'm gonna relay to this new person. I'm just gonna say like, oh well, we're on a ship right now, but we're not in the ocean. We're just kind of in a bottle.
Oh, are we in the air? You know, I love being in the air.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure how it works. I'm not sure. Like, it's a ship and a bottle, and I went through this portal, and then I was on the ship.
Ah, don't go chasing bottles over waterfalls. Verse 11, chapter 5. I definitely understand.
Yeah. But I do know, or I would think I would know, if we, decide to leave here, we can just go through the portal, and we'll be back with, like, people.
Oh, okay.
Like the people who own this boat.
I'd like to meet them.
As you guys are talking to just the faintest, almost unintelligible just kind of starts permeating the whole air where you're at.
Is this the Boots and Pants song? Boots and Pants and Boots. Is that it? Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. I am
We'll
not
just carry and know
familiar
what that
with
is.
this song.
Oh, I thought everybody knew the Boots and Pants song, you know? Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and jeans. Boots and pants and boots and pants and... Yeah, you know?
I don't know, but now I do. And then she's gonna kind of just like nod her head to the rhythm.
I guess. Meanwhile, on the other side of it, Captain Mime just says, "I'm gonna call it a night, I think, and let the rest of you handle the partying with the Queen." And pulls the plate out and spins up the portal, right there, and suggests one of you that are there, either the Ralsons or Kat, I believe, are the only ones sitting at the bar currently, to handle it, and she was going to handle the overly drunken companions of Hamilton and the others that are also there currently. I'm not over on that screen, so I'm trying to remember everyone else that's
I'm
over
not
there
on
now.
that screen either. I'm looking at a boat.
Yep.
We're
That
on
should
a
be
boat and we're going fast.
That should be the case, but I'm just describing here for this instance in time before I bring others over.
Gotcha. I mean, I guess Rarlsons will take control. What was the task that the lady asked us to do? Sorry. Just a second ago.
Mime
Mhm.
is they, and they asked for you to, or one of you to, take the plate up once they're through, because on the other
Oh, got
side.
it.
I can carry the plate in my bag, but I can't spin it. I'm pretty sure
I can spin it.
it.
I can also spin it. So we'll be able to get it going.
Just so that it's in someone's bag and for next time.
Oh.
The chicken. Then the
The
chicken's
chicken carries the plate.
Okay. So you guys are talking amongst each other, Wisteria and Aerate, and that you're talking about the song, and as you do, a plate just of its own volition starts to spin up on the table, kind of rolls off, and then on the floor creates this glowing portal.
Wait. Are we doing this in the club? Is our club goers about to just like drunkenly storm into this portal?
Yes, house party! Come on, we're going to a second location.
Oh God!
Wow!
I mean,
I mean, I don't want this to happen, but that was just my thought because I'm like, yeah, what would you do if you were really drunk and you saw someone disappear through a portal of light? I might run through it.
It's good. Yeah.
Did you actually say that, Rawsons? Because then that might be the case. Just-
No, I'll kind of look over at them and be like, so because I'm not the new or the senior one here, and I look at them and say, "What do you think? Should we jump in? We could have a killer party in there. There's lots of pillows."
Right?
The armadillos of passion will always find you. Verse 583, chapter
Wow.
2.
This guy reads. This is the first time I think I've seen the portal open since I've
Came out of it.
I came out of it. And I say, "Ooh, what's going to happen? Are they going to come out? Is it going to birth them?" Or I poke the portal.
After the other companions had gone through, I'm assuming.
Is Mime just going through like on her own?
Mime walks through the portal and Hamilton follows. Well, more she's hurting Hamilton, and let me go over to the other. Let me grab this.
Yeah, I was
too.
gonna say he had already gotten sloshed like right away.
Let me just grab on over there. It's gonna be the easiest thing. Here we go.
Forgot about all the lights.
It is very, very, very bright.
I would say upon seeing like the portal appear and seeing like Mime and Hamilton come through, that Wisteria would probably go through it.
Oh, here we go.
I'll
And
follow. Sorry.
Well, you're good. We got Nep and Hamilton that would also be being herded by Mime, who Nep especially looks blitzed, just kind of staring off, wide-eyed.
Oh
pupils
yeah, He's so
enormously
stupid.
dilated. And then Mime just kind of spins up the portal at your guys' corner of the bar, and herds them through, and says, "Don't let us party poop you. Enjoy the queen's party if you can, and maybe bump some elbows and such." And then she walks through.
Pump
While
elbows?
shooting
Give
finger
some
guns.
finger guns. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of finger guns on top of that. So, and then yeah, if Wisteria is going through, I have to just jump back and forth here a sec.
Yeah.
Because I had to grab different things to copy and paste them. If I had remembered offhand, I think it's Control. No, it's like Control Windows V, and it shows you like a few past Control copy pastes, but I don't know if it would work in this scenario.
Oh, that's fancy.
Yeah, I looked that one up after, like, man, I just need to copy and paste like several different things at once, and it'd just be easier if I could have like a little library that's just like click, paste, click, paste, click, paste.
I mean, couldn't you have, if I remember how the program works, couldn't you just have a tab of like groupings of icons that you could use as a copy paste? Or no, because it would be like loading a different screen.
You mean because of the side, I can just kind of drag and drop the tokens? Is that what you're talking about?
No, so like when I ran Curse of Strahd, what I did is I had like a bar basically invisible to the players on the side of the screen, where I had everybody's tokens and stuff that I would commonly need. And then I could just
Oh, yeah.
literally grab it and pull it over.
Yeah, I didn't do that for every map that I have though, so
Gotcha.
I have to grab them from the other map, and I was also trying to put that
Makes sense.
portal token.
Portals! Sure! Wait, is
I'm
the portal
assuming-
like vertical or is it like
Go ahead.
flat?
It's vertical, but it is kind of two-dimensional when you're staring at it. I mean, if that's what you mean by flat.
Oh, I was
And
gonna
it
do a
is- it's-
cannonball.
It's more ovular. I see what you're saying. No, it's not quite horizontal.
Gotcha.
There we go. So Wisteria, you walk through first, I'm guessing, with Aerate following mostly quickly behind, and the music, to be clear, had fully elevated even as the portal had opened into this just thrumming, gyrating beat that's just ever present, and you can feel it in your bones, and you almost feel like you don't want to stop. You want to start dancing at the very least. And Fodar, I think, would begrudgingly follow. I think he's still joined. Hey, I think we did get him. There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's here.
Fodar's. This is way, way, way out of Fodar's wheelhouse. He is
But
very.
would
He's a very 6 foot tall man, just kind of bunched up, like very uncomfortable.
I see a dancing group in the middle, and I've tried to join.
Is
you
Yeah.
the
see some?
troll still being like paraded around on everybody's shoulder?
Yeah. So you see one person that seems to be maybe unconscious being floated around in between the whole crowd. On
Crowd surfing. That's
crowd surfing wise. I was going to say body surfing wise, but same difference. And as you guys walk through, the music not only gets louder, but there's a bunch of lights that are very distracting and just shooting everywhere. And the rest of the people in it seem to all be dancing and having a good time, whether it be with food or drink, or you're maybe catching some glimpses of other paraphernalia that's going about. But everybody seems to be mostly happy and having a good time.
I'm gonna just immediately start looking for like the rest of the group.
You walk through, and the first thing you see to your left is Kat at the bar.
I'm sitting on the corner of the bar with, I think, a mug in front of me, or was it a glass?
You have a glass in front of you and two bottles,
Oh yeah.
as one of them was taken with Flint onto a Dune who had been kind of coddling it.
Okay, yeah. So we have a dark liquor and a clear liquor sitting in front of me, and I think Mame and I opened up the dark one, and she like took a drink and just barely felt it, and I think I dunked my head and am pretty wasted by now.
Yeah. So you see Kat there, head lolling.
I'm gonna
Trying
very
to bob
like
into the music.
excitedly walk over to Kat and be like, "Oh, hello, Kat," and give Kat's head a little scratch.
I'm gonna bagawk in drunken joy, just be like, "Hello, friend." And my head is very loose and just kind of like limp noodling around. We're partying with the queen. I don't know where she is though.
You say that, and the orc behind the counter says, "Oh, she's up in the VIP."
We should go visit her. I was
Looks
like,
like-
I need that plate. that plate, we gotta pick that up, put it in my bag. And I just kind of like unfold my wing and show my little like jean back pocket bag that I have stitched together for myself.
I'm gonna kind of nod and walk over to the plate, pick it up, bring it back to Kat, and tuck it away in their pouch.
I thank her, and I'm just like, all right, you should grab our bottles here, and we should go see the queen. And I try to like stand up and just walk right off the bar without any hesitation.
Wham!
I'm just gonna kind of nod and shrug and be like, lead the way. And I'm gonna grab the liquor, and I'm gonna like look it over. And you said one of them's opened?
Yeah, the dark one was open, and there was a glass in front of me, and I don't know how much of it I drank. I just drank enough to be wasted.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that there is like a lid on the open one. And then grab the bottles and follow Kat.
And he pointed upstairs. You can see a balcony almost just behind the stage, and just up. You're guessing it has to be up these stairs to the far left of the room. Although, as you guys are walking away, just to clarify that, you pick up the plate, but as you guys are walking across, the music kind of dies for a second, like in a slow, soft, subtle way, and then an announcement comes across some sort of magically projected voice of just announcing, and here comes Babylon Thunderballs, and centaur, a human with a harp, and a satire come up on stage to start performing to the music that seems to be picking up slowly again. And it's a small rap group, it seems like, although their words and their such seem familiar too, because they would have been, at least for Kat, those that were performing at the entrance to the market district.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna roll to see if he gets distracted. Odd, he's distracted. Even he's not. Odd. He recognizes them and he just lets out a loud bagog. He's like, "Oh my god, I remember them!" And I just start running through the center of the dance floor. No heed for being trampled or anything. Just right through the center of the crowd.
I'm gonna like run behind Kat with like my arms out, like trying to like fucking hurt a toddler.
Do I get stomped out?
Roll a
And like
dexterity saving throw, and
yeah. I'm doing my
and-
best to like yell at people and tell them to like watch out for the chicken.
What are people gonna do to chicken in a club? Hi ho, chicken in a club. Do I roll with disadvantage?
Our food.
Nope. I would say not for your particular case, because you're relatively smaller than everyone else.
19.
Although Wisteria, if you could roll me a strength check, a strength saving, actually. Scratch
Okay.
that if you didn't already do that, because you're trying. You're moving
good.
through the crowd, kind of like counter to everyone else's dancing, because it seems to almost be in a circular motion of some sort, and you're going to try to cut right through it the way that the chicken did, and you're seeing Cat dart between their legs, and you're just like, oh, and you're stopped in the middle of the dance floor as people keep like dancing around you, and you're caught in a situation of whether or not you decide to try to move with them or keep moving against them.
Can I still see Kat?
You you lost track of him, but now you're seeing him again as he gets to the front of the stage, which is mostly open, except for now it seems like it's starting to fill up with people as the announcement had come across, and
I'm
people
gonna,
are moving
like,
up to the front of the stage.
go with the flow of the circle till I get to like here, and then I'm gonna run out of the circle to Cat.
When I get to the stage and I see the three performing, I'm just gonna like cheer, although they might not be able to hear me. And I'm gonna throw my wings up and kind of just hop up and down. Like, forgot! Oh my god! Forgot! I saw you guys earlier.
And they're the one that's rapping currently seems to be the setar, and then the harpist is playing. So the one that you're closest to that isn't doing anything right this second is the centaur, and it looks down at you and goes, "Talking chicken." You're wondering about their state of mind.
Oh. I want to use Mage Hand in my drunken state and just smack the centaur on the bottom.
Performance.
Okay.
And that one would be with disadvantage considering your inebriated state.
I rolled a 1
So
on my first roll.
Can't get any more disadvantaged than that.
yeah. So you go to slap it on the ass, but miss, and the ethereal hand cups its balls,
No!
and the centaur just goes, and like everybody on stage at least kind of stops and stares at him for a second, and then everybody starts cheering because for some reason it seemed to match with the rap and just fit right in the right place of the music. They were just talking about some nay-worthy things.
I just laughed to myself and Bagok. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna try that again. And I'm gonna turn around and notice Wisteria and be like, oh, we saw these guys earlier. Do you remember?
I'm gonna look kind of puzzled and be like, would it have been when I was in the ship?
Maybe. Maybe.
Meanwhile,
Then,
go ahead.
then no, I wouldn't remember them.
Oh, well, they were practicing next to this fountain. They seemed pretty good. They were pretty good. They're pretty good right now.
Yes, they are. Not bad. I'm gonna kneel down and like kind of scoop Cat up and just kind of hold him like a football. And like pat his little head.
I'm just gonna nuzzle into the pat like, this is nice.
Meanwhile, I was going to say Fodar at the bar. The orc says, "Oh, are you one of the Rum Rollers too?" That's behind the bar.
Thank you.
Oi, kinda. Fairly new here myself, so. And I just kind of do the wave hand thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He goes, "Well, that's all right with me. I understand how groups go. I was trying to get into some myself, but this bar seems to be my home at this time. Your friends had gotten the VIP treatment from the Queen, though. So, anything you'd like to drink since you're at the bar?"
What kind of ales do you have?
Oh, I have some mighty fine ales. His eyes seem to enlarge, and he's like, I actually have one that I brewed myself recently. If you're interested in some experimentation.
That sounds like a deal. Give me one.
All right, I'll get you the biggest glass we got. And he just hobbles off. It seems like, and goes around the bar to the back, and what you can hear is mighty fine kitchen that's been working, and the people coming in and out. He comes back with a heaping glass, or rather tankard, the size of probably close to you're seeing that it's made kind of barrel like, so it's probably about a half barrel that he sits down in front of you. Now, the best way to go about drinking this one is to take big gulps, and that's just the way it is with it, because it's gonna kick you like a mule.
Now, all right, this is what I call drinking. I'm just gonna both hands just grab it and start downing it.
Constitution save with disadvantage. Well, it wouldn't be disadvantage. In all honesty, with your Constitution probably, but it is for this particular drink and the amount that you're drinking.
All right, I can do disadvantage.
So now that I have Cat, I'm gonna kind of turn. Is
And
this
let
the
me roll
new
it
person
again.
standing next to me there?
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, new person. I don't know your name. I'm Wisteria.
Hi, Wisteria. I'm Air8.
Hi, Ari. This is Cat, and I'm gonna point to the chicken under my arm.
I'm gonna
Oh.
hiccup and bagawk and be like, "Hello."
Hello.
And the sound of their voice comes actually from the necklace that they're wearing, which you realize at this time you're wearing a similar one as you're kind of looking down, a torque of sorts.
I believe we're gonna go talk to the queen. Just as soon as I get our other companion over there at the bar.
Oh, great. I'd like to see the queen myself.
Yep,
And
she
I'm gonna
invited us to
tremendous-
party here. I just scream.
I'm gonna start walking over to the bar to Fodor.
And Rarlson's, you're going to want to roll me a strength saving throw, because as everybody's leaving the center of the dance floor, the person that had been passed out and passing around comes to you as the rest of the line seems to move out of the way.
Okay. Can I get any help from my siblings at all, or no?
I would say so.
How do I do more than? I'm gonna have to roll twice because I don't know how to do. Oh, thank God. So if I get advantage, it would be 17 minus 1, so 16.
And in that case, yeah, that's the way that would work, having the four of them, I guess. And it gets passed on to the first two, and they're like, whoa! And then the last two hurry up and kind of grab each limb, and so you're supporting this unconscious person above you currently, as the music is turning into this rap battle style music behind you, and everybody's moved away that you could pass them off to, and you're just holding them awkwardly over your head.
We carry them up to the rest of the group and ask if we're ready to go see the queen. Hi! For those of you who haven't seen these people before, you see 4 full-size human-sized cat people. 3 of them kind of more dressed plainly, and then one of them like a black Maine Coon wearing like purple silk and pirate attire, carrying what appears to be a unconscious orc.
Yep.
Uh,
Mostly nude too.
Mostly nude. We're stroking the side of his face. This is Carl. We found him.
Hell yeah.
We're keeping him now.
He's ours now. Bagawk.
Hello, I'm Wisteria. Nice to meet all of you.
Hi, my name is Grarl. These are my siblings, Grarl, Jarl, and Jeffrey the Magnificent.
Yes. I love it.
I
And we
begawk
kind of
very
like
loudly.
we take like strike a pose and do jazz hands, and we say together we are the Ralsons. Jazz hands.
I begawk very
Hell
loudly,
yes.
and I just kind of like shout over the sound and noise of the club, like they fucking love pillows.
Yes, those are ours. But you can
Oh,
have
wow.
one. We like soft things. Are you soft?
I mean, I'm, I don't know.
May we?
I feel like from the tone of that, you're just like slowly reaching towards my face as you're like,
All four of us are looking to pet you. Your hair looks very soft. We would like to touch it. Not in a weird way. Oh
I'm
wait,
gonna
hold on. We have to put this guy down. Thump. Stay here, Carl.
I'm gonna laugh and kind of like, so her hair is like fairly long, and it's kind of just like 4 like side braids pulled back into one long braid, and I'm just gonna grab the braid and like kind of like hold it out and be like, I suppose you can.
We all kind of crouch under it and begin pawing and batting at it. Like it's a string toy. And then fall on top of each other. That was fun. Hi.
I begawk in astonishment, drunkenly.
Hello, Rawlsons. I'm Aerate. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. You are a misty fellow.
Oh, thank you. Comes from all of the years of studying with the air.
Really? You study the air and then you become air?
Well, no, I was
Wow.
and had to study air because of the way that I was born.
Oh. Wait. So if you didn't study air early, could you just not keep yourself together? Is that what baby little air genazis are, just kind of like clouds?
Huh? I
And
don't
then
remember
eventually when they get
how
older,
long.
they get their shit together?
Yeah, it takes them a while to get their shit together, you know.
That's cool. I point at the sky. Or I point at where the sky would be. Are all clouds air genasi?
We are all air genasi. First
Oh my
aid.
god.
I
So when it rains, are you peeing on us?
yes.
I begawk in disgust.
I've just now gotten so many answers to questions I didn't even know I had about air ganasis. This is amazing.
Same. I didn't know until I asked them. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. My name is Rarl, as I said.
Hmm.
How's it going, guys?
We need to go see the queen. Begawk?
So you feel perfectly fine after that large drink there, Fodar, and you're kind of questioning the orc and whether or not that was alcohol actually in there. It tasted delicious, mind you, and probably some of the best brewed mead you've had or ale you've had in a while. Definitely above the piss poor standards of titty sprinkles that you're used to, and otherwise though you seem like he promised a lot more than he was expecting. But then he gets a grin on his face and pulls a block of cheese out from under the bar and sets it in front of you. Now take a bite of this, he says.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'll put down the small barrel, let out a very guttural belch after drinking it, and hang on, I'm stumbling over myself. It's been so long since I've done Fodar's voice, I forget how to do it sometimes.
No worries.
Shit. All right, Hoy, that's a fucking ale right there, mate. God damn, that's way better than the fucking dwarven piss I had to drink in the caves. God damn, what is that?
Oh, take a bite of this cheese and I bet you'll find out.
Alrighty, fuck yeah. And I'm gonna fucking just start eating the cheese.
And with every bite, you feel the intoxication as if you had been drinking alcohol start to inch up in your consciousness. So you start to see things a little bit brighter, a little bit clearer. It seems like everything's a little bit better. Your life is shiny, and then you get the buzz going. So you as you're taking the third or fourth bite, I'm guessing, and are feeling well buzzed. You might as well roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Gotcha.
But this seems to be like cheese is affecting you like the strongest alcohols that you've had before. Now
That is awesome. I wish that was real.
Right.
Guys want to get fucked up on cheese?
That would
Absolutely.
be yes.
he
Alright,
he
then.
he just states, yeah, the effects might linger for a few weeks or months. We're not really sure. I hadn't worked out all of the kinks on this one yet, but it's a grand old time. Makes getting drunk a whole lot cheaper.
Fuck, mate, this stuff is great. How'd you make this cheese?
Oh, me and Finnegan was working in the back, and he'd had some magical skills, and I had some cheese skills, so we worked 1 and 2 together and made this awesome ale.
Oh damn, mate. This is fucking great. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what the lot wants to do with the queen, and then I'm coming back for another ale. And well, I don't know. If you said this is gonna fuck me up for a while, well, let me see what we done with the queen and see how I'm feeling after that.
We should invest in this guy, like Shark Tank.
Right.
Mm.
Rum Rollers just
Patent his
become
cheese.
Rum Rollers just become
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
I think at one point we were supposed to start building a school or something for Zenith.
Yeah.
We got a lot on our plate, I think.
I bagok again very loudly. The queen! Bagok!
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna spin around. And all right, guys, let's get going.
To see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Yeah. I'm gonna turn and like kind of go down this way and then just start headed towards.
Ooh, before I take off, I want to flip the orc a gold coin.
Wait, I'm gonna do this. That he goes to catch it and it smacks him in the forehead, and then he actually like catches it in between his cleavage, and then he looks down and is like, "Hey, that's gold, mate. You didn't need to do that. It was on the house."
Oh no, mate! That service and that fucking brew, you deserve it. Thank you. And then I'm just gonna walk away before he has to any counter argument.
Are we making our way upstairs?
Making our way
Believe so.
upstairs, walking.
Make it our
fast.
way.
I'm trying to. I can't move.
Is
You
it
were
because
moving
I'm
just
right
a
next
second
to
ago.
you?
Yeah, I know. I was. I can't.
Did you click back on yourself?
Yeah. Let me try refreshing.
I was gonna say if I get too close to like other players, I can't pick myself up.
Oh,
No, I can't. I can't move. I
Let
can
me
spin.
let me grab all you guys here. Put you at the bottom of these
You
stairs.
spin my head round, oh round.
Arate, you're following. I'm assuming to the rest of the crew there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
now I can
correct.
move.
Following.
Just checking before I moved everyone upstairs. And oh, that might be weird. I'll have to just grab all of you and shift you over because it's right next to it. Here we go. Did that work for everyone? Oh, I gotta grab two of the other Arlsons. I didn't grab them in the.
Oh yeah.
Just left him behind.
No! Don't abandon me, brother!
So is there a DJ right there? That's the Grim Reaper.
It
Hell
is
yeah.
not the Grim Reaper. You
Oh.
actually. None of you recognize them, but they've been here before. And you see also, too, as you're climbing the stairs, you realize that dancing above, up in the lasers and near the crystal, are a couple Aarakocra that are just flying around in the club and dancing that way in the air.
All four of us fixate on them.
Squall, is that you?
Do they all
And-
start chittering?
Yeah, all four of us chittering. Just... We've accepted that we can't have the chicken.
But now there's bigger chicken to get.
No one said no to those chickens.
Mm.
Oh, we can eat those.
I mean, I guess you could try. Don't know what's
But-
gonna happen when you try, but you could try.
Otherwise, as you guys had gone up the stairs, are seeing a red rope across the top of it, and the DJ that you had noticed seems to be messing with a bunch of different glowing objects on a desk, varying types and sorts that all seem to be somehow related because once he presses one or another, they change in some sort of color variation. And you're looking closer, and oh no, that's a she. And it's a dark elf that's doing these things as the DJ. You're also noticing in the room up to this level, after you've gotten up to the top, back in the farther corner away from the DJ, is a giant plume of clouds. You think for a second, maybe smoke, because there's people moving in that cloud of smoke, with some amberish, pinkish lights in the midst of it too. Otherwise, you see some empty tables that are about with glowing green lights at them, but no sign of the queen, it appears.
I attempt to leap from Wisteria's arms over the
As
rope.
as I feel Cat like squirming, I'm just gonna let him go.
So I just attempt to like jump and flap my way over the rope. Do I make it?
Acrobatics.
With disadvantage?
Yeah, you're drunk. I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Aw.
Oh,
Oh, good times. I'm gonna freaking kill myself.
21 and a 3. So you jump out of Wisteria's arms, and then one of your claws gets caught on the rope, and you're hanging. But you're able to catch yourself enough that you don't fall beak first into the ground, so that you're just kind of hanging awkwardly as one of your claws had sunk deep into the rope and hadn't let you go. So you're just flapping on this rope, not fully on the ground, not fully in the air.
I'm gonna sigh and like grab Cat and set him on the ground, and I'm just gonna unhook the rope and like
at that,
step.
Witchcraft.
at that, as you're unhooking the rope, the DJ kind of looks over and then does one wide motion to the things in front of them. They seem to be put on some sort of autoplay because the music doesn't stop as they walk over to the side of their desk and says, "Oi!" Oh, sorry, wrong voice. Hey, what's going on?
Oh,
DJ.
we were told to come up here to speak to the queen.
I begawk in agreement.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Radaha on the mic here. Well, not actually. That'd be them down there. I'm just on the backup sound right this second. So you said you're with who's that again?
Would Wisteria even know the name of the group at this point?
I begawk loudly and just kind of like try to stand up to my full like 2 feet 1 inch and just like, where's Rum Rollers? Begawk!
Being that you're on the ground, just on the other side of the rope, the DJ leans over the side and goes, "Oh, yes, I've heard tale of you, Cat. Where's Mime? I think it is Captain Mime. I've met before. I think I'd heard some tale of others that had been amongst you all, but I'm not seeing their faces today. That is odd. I've met them farther in the past, in a town of Babylon, just outside of it, actually, just before they met the king there."
Begawk? The Captain Mime is taking a rest. They had too much to drink.
That sounds like Mime. Well, And they kind of steeple their fingers and look across everybody and go, "Okay, I'm trying to think of a question that I would know having met them before, that only they and I would have shared. That you would also more than likely know, considering that you've traveled with them, it appears, at least. Here's a good one. I had met them just after they'd made one of their closer animal companion friends. What is the name of Thea's companion?"
Ooh, I raised my hand. I know this one. I think. You do it. I might be wrong.
I know this one too, and I'm totally drawing a blank.
I'm pretty sure it's the thing that goes in the
Gunther.
ocean with no arms and legs. No. Isn't it Bob?
Yes.
Crossing streams here.
Cat.
Gunther. I begawk. Gunther!
Yes, you must be the closest to them. That would be him. I'd actually been Gunther had actually been mine in a previous life for a time. He'd been traveling the ruins of just outside of Babylon. And
Do I recognize this person?
You do not, because you had joined much later. I think.
Yeah, I know Kat had been with them for a long time before I actually started playing, so that's why I asked.
I think Zeph and Squall may have been there at the time, but I know Fodar and Wisteria weren't there. So
yeah,
that's where it was like, oh, shoot, I put this person in the storyline and nobody here recognizes them. Anyway, so
I ask, he was yours in a past life?
yes, he was I'd raised him from a pup to travel the ruins of Babylon and help me in my research there. But I travel a lot. It was good that he'd found a good home.
This is metagaming, but where's Gunther now?
With Thea on Adune.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that. I'm like, oh, he's napping right now on a dune with my companions.
Oh, the ship you all stole from that sultry lass in Babylon as well?
Yep, that chip.
Yep, sure did.
Okay, well, it was good catching up. I would love to do some more of this. It sounds like the tune's catching up with me here, and I'm gonna have to get back to the work. If you just head on into that door to the far left over there, and she points, there should be a room set up for the Rum Rollers and Queen Phiada for the evening. And she hops back over to her stand and starts pressing some more gadgets and spinning some more pieces of stone and such, it looks like.
Magical DJ. All right, let's go over to that room on the far left.
Yep.
But this rope seems impenetrable.
How do we get past it? I
bad.
don't know. We could climb it. Climb
Is Thodar
over?
going back downstairs?
So the far left.
Here, I think.
Oh yeah, is it here?
Oh wait, there's another one further down the corridor.
There's a door right here, and I'm gonna
Oh.
grab the handle and try it.
And Wisteria, it's completely open. You walk inside, and you're immediately blinded by this giant blue, strobing, flashing white, bluish light.
Probably not this one, and I'm just gonna shut it.
Oh.
I'm just imagining we kind of turn and watch her open this door, and then there's just this beam of ungodly
just
light,
gets
and then she just slams the door.
Engulfed in light.
And
Nope.
it looks like one of the Ralsons is trying that door over there.
Yep.
You open it, and you find a less than appealing room with a unmaintained tub and a large hole in the ground of a shitter and a bowl of water.
I step back out. Guys, this is it. It's a little small, but we'll have to squeeze in. I call the tub. Well, I guess the queen can have the tub. Well, no, I guess the queen would want the royal throne, right?
Yes.
I waddle myself over to the door and look in, and I'm just like,
What do you
the queen's
think?
already supposed to be in here. Bagok.
Oh,
Not questioning
maybe
that it's a
she's-
crappy room or the bathroom. I'm just like, she's not here.
maybe she's invisible. Queen, hello. I knock on the door. Nope.
Why don't we try this door? And Wisteria is gonna try this door.
Okay. You open that door, Wisteria, and it seems like an oddly mundane room, although it does have some really plush chairs, and the music that's outside is well attuned in here. It's not dampened and it's not too loud, but it's comfortable. And there seems to be some other goods and wares that are in it as well. And as you walk in, there's a soft voice that kind of tunes over everything that says, "Welcome, Rum Rollers. What would you like for your bottle service?"
It's
Is
this
it serious?
one.
Milk.
Is she still
Alcoholic
carrying the 2 bottles that we got from the bar?
Yeah.
All right, let's go in. I again waddle myself in.
I'm assuming that
Yeah,
would
I'm
be...
gonna follow behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming behind too.
I'm just gonna walk around and sit in this chair right here.
Oh, I like the purple. Look, I match.
Everyone else, there seems to be some sacks, a couple chests and barrels, and just all kinds of plush seating with even a nice comfy carpet and a moderately okay table that looks well used. Quite a lot of spills that seem to be on it. You're not quite sure of all the liquids that may have been spilled on it because they're questionable. But it's otherwise good room. That's got the music that's playing in the rest of the club just at a more moderate volume, and everything else is just comfy.
I hop up on the table and I begawk for a large drink. Large
And
drink, please.
and the unembodied voice comes back over. What would you like as your drink?
That dark liquor that I had downstairs. I can't remember. Wait, did they tell me what it was?
It was rum.
The dark rum. Dark rum. Begawk.
Certainly, cat. And from the what looks like the ceiling has this crease in it, but it kind of opens up into a dark void, and out floats down onto the center of the table a glass full of that dark liquor rum that you were drinking.
I begawk in glee and then dunk my head to take a drink.
Everybody else just sitting.
Might you have some Fey wine?
I was trying to find some tokens here, but oh, here we go. Oop. Maybe. Why, yes, we do, Wisteria. Of what vicinity and what vintage would you like?
Surprise me.
I do not know that vintage.
Any is fine.
Sorry, please try again. I do not know that vintage.
And she's gonna sigh and be like, I don't actually, hold on. I gotta look it up.
What Wisteria is thinking. Is anyone else doing anything?
I will we would like 4 things of fermented yak's milk, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
4 things?
I don't know. What do you call them? Glasses? Or jugs? Or crates? Or barrels? It's,
4
well,
barrels
I
of yak
suppose
milk
it's
coming
it's
right up.
Oh, yay. Fermented yak milk. Because otherwise it's just milk.
Correction, fermented yak milk coming right up.
Yes. Score! We start high-fiving. This is going to get us drunk for months.
Oh.
And the ceiling opens up again, and 4 barrels float down, and then just kind of line up against the wall, sloshing with some sort of liquid. You can only presume fulfilling your request.
We pop up and each go, or we'll bring 1 barrel over. Could we have I don't want to say glasses, but maybe like small tea bowls, like something you could sip out of, but not a full glass.
Bowls coming right up.
Sick.
And 2 bowls come out of the part in the ceiling and land on the table.
Thank you. What is your name? You are so kind.
I have been called several names. I am the room known as Jarvis.
Jarvis. That's nice. It's nice to meet you, Jarvis. Would you like some milk?
I cannot partake.
Sad.
Oi, Jarvis. I fucking love the name. That fucked me up. I'll take a tankard of ale, whatever you have.
A tankard of ale can be acquired. However, whatever we have is very oblique. Should I put a little bit of everything?
No. No, just
I will bet you 10 gold. I'll give you 10 gold if you do that.
oi.
I do not require gold.
No, I'm talking to him. I'm sorry, Jarvis.
Oh,
I like the way this for. Think. Yeah, just tankard. Just mix all your ales together, and I'll try it.
We each start scrounging
Okay.
through our pockets for gold.
They're right next to me, aren't they?
yeah, it looks like anyways, unless
Sorry,
they
I'm not
filtered into.
staring at the map. I turn around to them, and I see them like scrounging, and I'm just like, "Hey!"
Yes.
And my head disappears into my little sack, and I kind of just like flop a few coins into one of their hands.
Ooh. Thank you. We keep scrounging for gold in our pockets. I swear I had a little bit of extra. Okay, we got enough. 10 to. Are you okay with some silver?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever you got.
Okay. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. And then I'm gonna drink the ale.
Has yak's milk in it.
I'm gonna ask Jarvis for a bottle of Fey wine from the Fields of Harvest.
We can fulfill your request, Wisteria. It will take one moment, as I require it from our wine cellars. And out parts the ceiling while you're making your request, and a full barrel, it looks like, with a handle on it, comes floating down and centers in front of you, Fodar. And some of it slosses over as it lands on the table, and you just hear, "Oh, my apologies." And the the barrel lands with a thud. And he goes, "This is all of the ale in the smallest quantities that could fit in one small glass, and with the largest glass that we could provide. I hope this has met your request."
Oh, crikey. You guys should know about your portion sizes here. And I'm just gonna grab it with both hands and start drinking. Do you need me to make a constitution check?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that from everyone once their orders were done. But
God damn, you have a +7 to your Constitution.
We like to say Fodar is strong man.
I have a -1
Wrong.
to my constitution.
He is strong.
To be fair, Cat, you are little.
Yeah, I am pretty tiny. I can't handle much.
So Aerate asked Jarvis if the only parameters is that it's a liquid.
there are no parameters to your requests in this room, besides your specificity.
Okay, I'll take a vial of your most deadly poison that there is on the earth then.
Ooh.
Let's go with
Are you
left
going to
field.
drink
I love
that?
it.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I hiccup and I'm like, I don't think you should drink that.
Who said
Maybe
anything?
it's like one.
I'm sorry, I cannot fulfill your request as I do not know what this earth is.
Okay, then give
Say
me a
Tereth.
will
No,
kill
say
anything.
Tereth. Or Iliopolis.
I don't know that.
Okay,
yeah, I don't know that. I don't
that's
know
true.
my character. So, okay, so I'll take a vial of the most deadly poison that would kill anything that is here on this plane of existence.
Oh, this bloke's dark. I like it.
One moment while I search for your request.
Man,
Meanwhile,
I'm the boy ordering rum.
Wisteria is gonna uncork the bottle and like
Yes.
kind of sniff it.
Meanwhile, in the ceiling did part again and send down the bottle that you're opening, Wisteria, which matches your recollection of what this bottle should look like, which is extremely elegant and completely unique to that region, even the bottle alone. And as you pop the cork, the beautiful notes of the heart of spring just permeate the air. All of the notes of flowers from the apple trees and the vines that were where it was populated from, as well as just all of these.
She's gonna smile
Deep,
and kind of
dark.
get like misty-eyed because it reminds her of home, and then take a big swig of it.
And go ahead and roll that Constitution. And Jarvis comes back over and says, "Your request is hard to fulfill, unentered name."
Unentered name.
Because he just joined the party for the most part. May I ask what for an entry for your name in our logs? You're muted if you're talking. Narrate. Still muted.
Did they have to leave to go put their kids to bed real quick?
Oh, could be. We're talking to you, Arate.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was just getting them into pajamas and stuff.
Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries. I understand completely. I was just saying that Jarvis came back over and asked, said there was an unentered name for you in the log, so was asking for a name currently.
Aerate.
Aerate has been entered into the log. Now, please handle Vial with caution, as any breach of Vial will eliminate life in a 5-foot radius. And slowly and gently, this vial of what looks like almost the deepest, darkest night you've ever seen, but with glittering pinpricks throughout of it, settles down at the end of the table as softly as possible.
Nice. I pick up the bottle and add it to my inventory.
Have you figured out how to add custom items to your inventory?
Let me go and D&D Beyond, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Then go to manage inventory and add custom item, and then you can label it as you will.
Manage inventory.
And then just under the search bar, there's an add custom item.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
And then you can call it what you will and
All right.
remind me what it is later. Whenever you decide to use it. Hopefully not soon. But as you guys, I'm assuming, are settling down to take your drinks, go ahead and roll me those constitutions. I see I've gotten Phodar's, Cats, Carlson's, Wisteria, and that should be everyone. So, Cat, you're blackout currently. You're not
Okay.
you're not gonna remember anything else from the night. And Rarlson's, you're drunk now. If you
We're milk drunk.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
fermented milk drunk. Because the glass came down. I did forget to explain that one, and was filled up. But other than the 4 barrels you requested, but it was a more of a tankard in that situation. Luckily, came down with the tankard. Seems Jarvis has interpreted your will with a tap for the kegs, and your Wisteria, you're feeling like this is your normal drinking, so you're kind of just with the sip. It sounded like you are tipsy, so you gain advantage on charisma based saving throws currently.
Okay.
And Fodar, being the constitutional motherfucker that you are also only feeling slightly buzzed, but this one you'll take disadvantage on dexterity-based saving throws, but you gain advantage on strength-based ones and charisma ones.
All right.
So
Sorry, I had a question. Do I add this to my equipment or my backpack?
either one. Oh well, your equipment is just like the things that you have on the ready, so I'd probably put it in your backpack, just for.
Okay.
Presuming you would try to pack it as tightly and neatly as possible that it won't break.
Yeah.
As you guys are all starting to drink and relax, though, it seems like the music outside that's relayed into this room that's been the rap kind of dies down again, and at that point where you're sitting there in the night and just starting to get either drunk or blackout in Cat's case, you all hear Queen Phiada has arrived in just announced out through all, and it seems like almost like a theme song of sorts starts to play for her as she's getting allowed entry into the room. Along with you can only imagine a pretty decent sized posse, but you can't see any of this being inside the room that you are. And you hear the music start picking back up again with that theme song that she's playing over the speaker, and probably after she's made some greetings and such and whatnot, probably about 30 or so, maybe an hour even later, as you're sipping, she enters the room.
I'm imagining I'm just asleep, like slightly curled around my glass of whatever's left of my drink. Or unconscious, I guess.
You're not unconscious yet. You're just whatever you do, you're not going to remember the next session.
Oh,
this point.
okay. Okay. Good to know.
And yeah. You technically have gained the poison condition at this point too.
Oh, joyful.
Which gives you the disadvantage that you already had by being drunk. I'm just grabbing the queen so that I can have her march into your guys' room. And as she does enter the room, you actually see her posse kind of leading the way. You assume checking, and they bow to you before turning to the side of the door. Looks like Rarlson's and Ari, you're still standing by the door visibly. Are you going to take some direction, or shall I move you?
Yeah, well,
Just go curl up.
Sacks, because we don't. Wait, hold on. If we're here for an hour, we have the plate, right?
Yep.
Okay, can I spin the plate and fill this room with pillows? Or at least a big corner with pillows that we're now like chilling, like lounging in with the bowls of fermented yak's milk.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah. in that
until you
time,
guys tell me
you
to stop, we bring out more pillows.
go ahead and roll
Alrighty.
me a performance for the spinning of the bowl or the
Sure.
plate from Cat, because I'm presuming in that.
Yeah, I'll do it. Roll. What did I roll? Oh, that's not bad.
Nice.
Oh.
So you just take the plate from Cat, who's proffering it all drunkenly, and you roll it up your arm and onto your nose to spin it before it turns into the portal, and are able to manage that in the time. So you've stored the yak's milk, the rest of the yak's milk.
Yep.
Or
We'll store the rest of the yak's milk, and then we'll turn to Phiada. I think it was that asked for the poison, right?
no,
Just be
No,
like,
I
that
do
was
didn't.
Ari
that was who?
all right.
Alright.
over here.
Just turn to him and I said, we look it up and we say, are we sure we want to have a vial of super deadly poison right next to the queen? Unless that's the plan.
I begawk an objection. I'm like, nope. Begawk. The queen's cool. Begawk.
The queen is pretty cool. I'm just thinking, like, what if her guards come in and are like, hello,
Frisk us down.
I'm Alexa. I gave him a deadly poison that could kill you.
Be aware.
Either way, the other three start piling out a bunch of pillows. We offer them around to everyone to make this room a little bit more lavish.
I'm gonna like grab one and attempt to pull it to the center of the table and just like nest in the middle of it.
Oh, I like that. Is this your favorite one? It has a nice little like divot in the center for you.
Begawk. Yes, it's perfect. It's just my size.
Then you shall have it. It is my gift to you.
Thank you, friend. Begawk. So
We
I'm
play
not
a
gonna
little music
remember
too.
anything. I'm not gonna remember anything. So do I take notes or do I not take notes?
Good question.
The pillows on top of Cat.
To note or not to note.
If I'm not supposed to remember.
I love that the pillows that I first grabbed look like giant ravioli. Anywho,
Colorful ravioli.
It looks delicious.
right? So, is anyone else doing any preparation in the hour of that the queen? Because it's now been at least almost even close to 3, maybe 2 hours since when you guys had met the queen last and done your prep. But
Poke through the chest.
Poke through the chest. Sure. Roll an investigation for me. Anyone that's doing that.
I am
Just
just
to
gonna
see what's
watch
there?
resting on my pillow.
Photo's just chilling and enjoying the company.
Yeah, I'm just gonna relax and think of home and drink my wine.
We're gonna put on a play for you guys.
Ooh.
What do you guys want? Hamlet? We could do Shakespeare. He was a great tabaxi of his time.
I remember some Shakespeare I read in school. It was quite good.
So,
Remember. We'll do Hamlet.
It looks like you, Rylson, are able to spot in the chests some paraphernalia in the regards in the way of the extra psychedelic sort.
Oh, guys, drugs.
I am not hearing anybody. I'm gonna have to disconnect and reconnect.
Oh.
Well, what do we think, guys? Like, is this the Queen's drugs, or is this like a free-for-all drug fest type of? Hold on, Alexa or Jarvis.
Hello.
These chests happened to fall open while I was looking at them. I see they're full of
No,
drugs.
they did not. Yes, they are.
Are they like public drugs, or like these called for, or?
Well, as you are on the very important people's list tonight, you have access to the Queen's jovial pursuits.
Oh my god, these are the Queen's drugs?
The Queen's drugs.
The Queen's drugs! Okay, we won't take all the Queen's drugs, just a little sampling here and there. And maybe I'll eat one now. Because it sounds fun.
Forgot?
Narrate looks at what kind of drugs are in there as well.
There are all sorts. The ones on top seem to be this giant bag of what looks like to be candy dragons. They're like these little tiny, gummy looking dragons, all different colors. It's the biggest bag, but you see there's other things under this.
Narrate eats the bag while digging through further.
like not even taking anything out of the bag, just like noms on the bag.
I mean, takes it out of the bag. Person
Bottoms up, big boy.
While
And
this
just
is
like-
happening,
It's just
I
like
wanna-
a fistful.
of gummy dragons.
like dumped the bag into his mouth and started eating.
Well, this guy's never done drugs before. Let's go!
Yeah.
About
Ooh,
to have a
candy.
good time.
Oh, you're gonna want to roll me like 12 constitutions, all with disadvantage. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, while this is happening, I am rummaging through my bag and I'm gonna get out one of those little spike baubles and waddle myself over to this back wall and press the spike into the wall and then go back to my pillow.
Oh, the spike. Ah, that is the first time. Okay, that took me a second to remember what that was. All right. So, as you press the spike against the wall, it kind of vibrates with your necklace and the charm itself that it's attached to, obviously. And as you pull the spike out, you see, or you said you leave it there, or did you pull it out?
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to like leave the spike there.
Yes. So as you put the spike in the wall, it kind of melds into the stone, almost as if nothing's there. As you're taking it off your necklace, but you did feel the vibration.
Okay. And then
Stealthily.
yeah, I don't do this stealthily, but I don't say anything out loud. Like I said, I just waddle off the table, flop onto the floor, walk over to the wall, pull the spike out of my bag, press it into the wall, and then again waddle back over, and then hop from chair to table and get back in my pillow.
And anyone that would want to see that would definitely have to roll a perception with disadvantage, as you're talking about drugs currently. Unless, actually,
Yeah, that's
Fodar, you're sitting right in front of that. I heard. I did not hear what Wisteria was doing. I went to go pee real quick.
I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for the queen and
Oh, okay.
thinking of
So
home and enjoying my wine.
both of you would probably have seen that, I would say, and other than that, the others were distracted.
Yep.
Um, So,
Dude,
did you
took
get
so
those
much
12
drugs.
constitutions with disadvantage for
Let's see how this
me,
goes.
player? Let me check the chat. You don't have to read them all off to me if you did get them. Oh, I can pull it open from the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's some good ones in there though. Nothing lower than an 8.
Well, with a plus
So-
7.
Yeah. So there's 2 ones then. That's what that
Uh-oh.
means. Doesn't show on D&D Beyond, it doesn't show me all of the plus or minuses. It just shows me the end result. And now that you're on the laptop, if you would want to aerate, what you
Yeah.
could do is install as an extension Beyond 20. It's in our pins
20?
on Beyond 20. Yeah, it's in the pins on the chat too. If you go to the pins on Discord,
Oh, okay.
there is. I'm trying to find it myself. It's the last one. It's the very last one. And once you get that installed, it should be able to link your rolls from D&D Beyond to Roll20.
Oh, okay.
That way, it'll show up right in the chat on Roll20. But anywho, what's it? So as you're chewing on the mouthful of gummies, you're just tasting this delicious headiness from them. Also, a slight greenness maybe, and in flavor, and this just herbaceousness that's permeating your nose too as you're chewing on them. And everything starts to kind of slow down.
Man, this queen party is hard. She ain't half-assing nothing.
This
Nope,
party
we'll last
ever.
all day. So I'm guessing that's what you guys are doing probably right as the queen's posse filters in, and they just kind of the first one opens the door, looks in, assesses, and then marches, and then the other two kind of come in, and you're seeing that they're wearing the craziest party attire you've ever seen, although you're seeing glints of metal in between the folds of all of their dresses as 3 or 4 of them filter in, it looks like. 4. And then they stand to either side of the door and let the queen walk in between all of them as she stumbles in laughing, and she's literally got a dress that's exposing. She's an orc who is standing at a 7.5 feet tall with her green breasts out, and the back half of her dress is over top of her ass. And she's the literal epitome of tits out, ass out. And she walks up to the head of the table, stumbles up to the head of the table, sits down, and goes, I knew I'd gotten these comfy chairs installed for a reason. This is nice, she says as she almost melts into the chair.
Queen, it's nice to see you.
Oh, yes. Hi, Rarlsons.
Hey, we all wave.
She leans over the back of the chair and waves back at you guys.
We wave harder.
And she waves even harder.
This is fun. We wave harder. We took a little drugs, if that's okay.
Ah, please, that's why I've gotten you to the VIP room. This is how I party. Says all like out of tone and out of character. You can tell, but having a good time.
We all nod. Gonna look to the more goal-oriented members of our group.
NPCs unlocked. New playable races and classes, those which have been hidden to all but the Game Master before, including, but not limited to, orcs, hobgoblins, goblins, and the intermingling betwixt. Simply go to our link tree and follow the path to RP Craft Publishing's Kickstarter to peruse their work of art, known as the Book of Conflict, Brutal Races. This message has been brought to you by Jeeves in the Pink Plush Pig. Have a wonderful day.
Photo's just gonna wave, give a slight head nod.
Oh, who is this big, hairy, strong lad? She says, leaning over the table, almost crawling slightly towards you.
Oh, I'm Fodor. Oh, I fucked that up. Damn. Oi, I'm Fodor Bogman. Nice to make your acquaintance.
She shimmies forward, like squeezing her tits together and like walking on her elbows, like towards you, and pushes the drink that Kat was drinking out of the way and spills it onto the pillow that's in the center of the table that Kat was sitting on, or is sitting on. Are you still sitting on that, Kat? Hello?
Hello?
Are you still sitting on that pillow
I've
after
been
you came
muted
back?
for a hot minute. Yeah, after I put the spike in the wall, I came back to the pillow.
Well, she gets up to the pillow then, and then it was like intent on you, Fodar, when you had introduced yourself, and she was saying pretty much as she's kind of army crawling across the table, that it was nice to meet you, and she'd love to get. And then she leans up against the pillow and goes, "Oh, this is a great pillow. Oh, Cat, you have such soft feathers. This is lovely."
I hiccup and begawk. Just like, yeah, I'm soft.
Now she's like laying on her stomach on the middle of the table, petting Cat.
Air8 is sitting there wondering if a chicken's about to have sex with an orc.
Oh
Kind of
god.
children.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'd
laying
make it.
there limply enjoying the attention.
Bagak indeed.
Quick, somebody light that candle.
Mm.
Light the candle when there's too much to handle. Verse 11, book 5, chapter 8.
Hell yes.
What is
Are you like
Wisteria?
a preacher or something to know so many big words?
I spent a lot of years in the temples.
Oh, doing
Most of
what?
Studying my religion, studying God,
Wow.
studying the powers that I have.
That's cool, man. I didn't do that. You make me look bad.
Oh, you don't have to feel like you look bad.
It's okay. We did well for ourselves, I think. Kind of gesture to the queen.
What does Wisteria do with the ass that's the orc ass that's literally in front of her? Like,
She is incredibly uncomfortable. And very confused. And she's gonna kind of like clear her throat and be like, we've come to speak with you. Is now not a good time?
and her head comes off the side of the pillow, goes,
Where's Nep? He promised me a go about.
I
through
Bagok, I'm
the-
like, Nep, Bagok ate paper. He, his eyes don't see no more.
Oh, it hit him harder than it did me? That's to be expected. Okay, well, she takes a deep breath and she claps her hands and then she goes, ladies! And they just get around the table and the closest one to you, Kat, and her just reaches in between some of the folds, you're guessing into some sort of pocket in the dress, and pulls out a pouch that she, a drawstring pouch that she opens just enough that there's a little bit of a gap and holds it in front of the queen, and the queen just snorts into the from the pouch, and she goes, "Oh, okay, whoa, there we go." And she just stands up on the table. Yes, who's ready to get down? And then she says, "Jarvis, that was a command." And then over the speakers, you just hear, get down, just starting to play.
I jump up in excitement and Bagok really loudly.
Everyone, get down.
I think Cat's about to get turned into a chicken nugget.
Bagok!
We are ready to get down.
So, are we just
Town
dancing
Charlie
now on the table?
Brown.
I missed what Kat said, sorry.
Are we just dancing now on the table? I
Yeah,
thought
so
we were here for a meeting, but I'm too drunk to remember.
it seems like you and the queen are dancing on the table, but her attendants are kind of shimmying, it seems like, to her command, but without any real enthusiasm. They seem very sober and are just paying attention to the queen and kind of her surroundings, but otherwise trying to make sure that she still has a good time.
Vodar is just gonna bob his head like a awkward teenager at a school dance.
Go ahead and roll me performance.
Alrighty, let's see.
Also Kat, too, who's dancing, I guess.
That is the neatest head bob ever.
So clean.
Yeah, the only
Whoa.
nat 20 I'll freaking ever get.
I got 20 and then 15.
Something is rigged here. I just got a 20. So everybody roll. No, just kidding. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
I'm just head bobbing. That's
Uh,
all I'm doing.
I got you.
If everyone's dancing, we're definitely joining in.
Wisteria is gonna kind of like be really. She's just really confused.
Rough.
She's gonna take a real big swig from this bottle and like cork it, and then get up and start dancing.
Constitution and then performance. What about Aerate?
It's 13 for the Constitution.
He's just standing there and he's watching right now, and he sees that the queen just magically, all of a sudden, it looked like came back to life, and he asked the queen, "Hey, can I have some of that?"
And she goes, "Oh yeah, sure. You're gonna be able to not sit still for a long time, though. It's gonna be great."
All right.
And
You're
then she
taking
just
uppers and downers. Let's
looks,
All at the same
go.
time.
looks to the attendant with eyes, and she just like gives her the thumbs up, and they almost hesitantly walk around the table and hold to you, Ari, who are over in the corner, and you are already feeling like they just walked through a big bowl of jello to get to you, and are holding this pouch open in front of you now currently.
Okay. I'm going to reach my hand inside and grab a pinch. And did she snort it? Is that what she did?
She didn't even go into the pouch. She just snorted straight up from the pouch.
Oh, okay.
So what you're seeing on your hand now is
What-
actually almost a slightly glowing green dust.
Uh-huh.
As you're holding it.
All right. I'm going to attempt to snort it, I guess.
Constitution.
All right.
Wisteria, you
Uh,
are
15.
matching the rhythm of the guard. Well, you can only presume they're guards, although they are dressed like fine ladies around you and are just bobbing back and forth with them in a reasonable fashion too. That are around their chairs. That they're going to the music. But the queen is going full tilt. She's listening to the music, which has gone a lot more raunchy, and she's trying to get Kat to motorboat her at this point, and leaning down, like as far down as she could without falling over.
I attempt to jump up and motorboat her, I guess.
Performance. And Ari, you're
A
now
1.
you're now feeling slightly less like everything's slowed down, and it's kind of mellowed out maybe, and you're a little bit more back to reality, but you're not sure because everything's kind of like normal, and you just this is normal, everything's moving a little bit like this, but it's okay, normal.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, okay. So everything's fine. Everything's fine. The queen's just standing on the table right there. And just you got this guy sitting over there. Yeah, Okay. Okay.
And the queen leans down with her tits that are out, and you just put your beak in there like you would have if you were a human, having completely forgot yourself, and just go to town, and you just hear her go, oh.
Just stabbing the queen's tits.
With my face.
And all of the guards stop moving for a second, and then she looks down and she goes, oh. There's a little bit of blood that's trickling down the green of her flesh, and she goes, before you get like that, I guess I should tell you my safe word.
Hmm.
I begok in question. Like, kind of afraid, am I about to be killed, or is that what she wanted?
Guess we're gonna find out.
All of the guards that have stopped, she just kind of waves down like, had worse in my pleasure chambers. And and she kind of seems to be a little bit more sobered by that than anything else, having been stabbed by a chicken's beak, and goes, were we supposed to be doing something? I thought we were just partying here. What's go? Wait a second. Does somebody have any questions? I feel like I should...
Yeah, I do stop. I'm like, begok, we were gonna discuss something, but I don't remember what it was.
Me neither. That's weird. Isn't that life, though? Just going about your business, and then all of a sudden it just feels like you should have been doing something you should have done, and then you didn't do it, and then you just kept on going.
Wisteria's
whole
gonna be
life.
like, I have a question. What do you know about dragons?
Oh. Well, aren't you supposed to be going after today? I mean, going to go get some dragon breaths for us.
I begok. I'm like, begok, yeah, dragon's breath. Wait, should we do that now?
Oh, no.
We're too drunk.
Tonight is for celebration!
I believe. More specifically, what do you know about red dragons?
Oh, red dragon, she says, and kind of like cups one of her breasts and just like thinking off into the distance. And she's standing there, staring, and then she goes, "What was the question again?"
Red dragons. I had a vision earlier as I was meditating of a red dragon.
Oh,
I
yes.
just was not sure if you could provide any insight on them, as
Well,
I don't know much about them, as we
Well-
don't have dragons where I'm from.
well, you were supposed to be going to get to one. I think his name is, Shandar. We'd had communications for a while. He'd sent me dirty pictures, that Shandar. But, you gotta talk to, Pop-Tart to know about those pictures. He's just made this technology. It's pretty cool. Takes and still painting, it looks like, of whatever's in front of him. He's pretty good. But that Shandar, he likes his treasure. But I think he's a bit much for me to handle. I was pretty sure that he would have split me in half. So I didn't. That's where we went wrong. He was trying to do something. I don't know. So maybe seduce me. I can't tell. Then we just couldn't come to terms after that.
Bagok, Shandar needs a lover. Bagok.
I don't know. I thought he just wanted treasure. But then he sent me some dirty pictures.
Do I remember if she mentioned this before when we were sober a couple hours ago?
Roll me a history. With disadvantage in your case.
Okay. I'm trying to think so hard.
I don't personally remember it, but
Meta-wise, she definitely did.
yeah, for sure.
12.
You're kind of vaguely remembering that there were some relationships with the queen and the dragon, but it had gone south, and you hadn't known why. But maybe this is why.
Mm.
The queen wouldn't give it up to the dragon. I hiccup and I ask her very bluntly, "Why didn't you get with the dragon?"
And she just like stares at you for a second, and then is like, "Wait, get with the dragon? I don't think you understand." And then she snaps her fingers. Jarvis, the picture, and from the center of the ceiling parts, and in the center of the table, a large painting is what it looks like, with that is well maintained, floats down, and kind of rotates slowly, facing everybody at the table, so they can all get a good view of a dragon schwanz.
I just imagine as the queen's like, "Jarvis, the picture." We just hear Jarvis like very faintly off in the distance, just.
I Bagok in shock.
And you can see, for scale to some degree at least, there's some trees that are paling in comparison of the size of this dragon's fronds.
Maybe what we really need to be doing, guys, is finding a polymorph scroll so that the queen can polymorph into a dragon, or like a dragon-sized orc, so that then she could, get with this dragon, and we could save the realm that way.
I Bagok and kind of like nod my head to this and turn to the queen. I'm like, "Do you want to get with the dragon?"
Like, if it were possible.
She like leans her head back, opens her mouth, cups the other breath, and stares off into the ceiling for a second while she's massaging at this time. And just like kind comes back to herself, shakes her head, and goes, "Oh, ooh, Shanda? I mean, I don't think I would survive that."
No, but like if it were possible, like if you were his size, you know?
Oh, maybe, but then
Yes.
I don't know. I haven't looked at very many of those from his size. That could be a hot dog down a hallway situation, you know.
Well, we just have to like, narrow in exactly on how big you need to be. Or like,
Uh,
Do some
I mean,
tweaking.
it's totally up to you, you know?
that could work. I mean, maybe that is what he wanted, she says.
It could save the realm.
And at that, you guys hear a record scratch outside. Yes, just a yeah, of a record scratch, and all of the party noises from outside have stopped. And she's sitting at the table and goes, "Wait, Jarvis, why'd the music stop?" "I'm sorry, my queen. It seems we have intruders." And-
I begawk in outrage. I'm like, are these bad intruders? And then I just flop onto the floor and start marching towards the door like I'm gonna take care of this. Like I ask the question and then start marching towards the door without waiting for an answer.
Who could it be? These people we can't see.
I'm guessing no one else has responded in that time. But
We all just like
Oh.
all together, like draw, like intake gasp.
As Kat's doing that, I'm gonna cast like Mage Hand real quick and like put the hand up in front of Kat, in between Kat and the door, and just like the hand's just like out in like a stop motion.
And I'm just gonna like walk into it with my feet just like sliding on the floor, not getting any grip.
Photo is just gonna stand up and be at attention.
Patty cake, baker's band. Bake me a cake as fast as you can.
and in that case,
Eric's gonna hurry over to the door because he wants to make sure nothing happens to the queen.
Jarvis, are these good or bad people?
depends on your definition.
Wise.
Are they
feel like-
after the queen?
Unclear. And you start to hear screams from inside the room.
I'm gonna grab my bottle and put it in my backpack, and then kind of like dismiss the Mage Hand and walk over to the door.
I'm gonna aggressively try to open the door.
Did we have the queen get on board the ship for her safety with her guards?
I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, she has guards for a reason, right?
That's true.
And I'm guessing she's got a secret like exit out of here that she could
Mm.
escape from while we distract said intruders.
That's
While you're
smart.
just discussing to the guard have rallied around the queen and picked her up, and she goes, and then you hear them in unison. The guards actually somehow say, "Jarvis, escape route plan 932," and they just meld through the floor. It looks like.
Oh, look at them go!
I am gonna open the door and step through.
And you open the door, and the screams that were only prevalent to you on the inside are now exorbitant on the outside. They're just screams all around. Seems like.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the balcony. I'm gonna walk over to the DJ and be like, "What on earth is happening?"
And they're pressed up to the back of their booth, and having been looking over the balcony at the time, just going, they're murdering them. I think. I don't know. They touch them and attack them, and then they collapse. What the fuck is going on?
I hop
Who
up
let
on
them
the
in?
counter and I look over the edge.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk to the edge of the balcony right here and peer down.
You guys see this red, a blue, and a black large, almost salamander frog-like looking creatures with claws just gutting, it looks like, people. But then wait, there's no guts coming out after they slice them. It's just this spewing of light, and then they collapse to the floor.
Do I recognize these creatures at all?
You can roll a history check. Or nature. Could possibly be. Why not both?
I was gonna say my history was an 18.
I see that.
Nature's a 20.
And you are fairly certain they are amphibious and they come from the depths of the ocean, but otherwise do not know much about them in your studies.
I'm gonna relay this to the DJ lady and see if she knows anything. And potentially Cat, but I'm well aware that he is lost.
Is
I
anyone
hear
else
this
coming out of the room?
information and I guess I take it into my muddled mind and I leap off the balcony. Or attempt to leap off the balcony.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, for the love of God.
Acrobatics. Disadvantage, obviously. See, everybody else was crowding around the door, so I figured everybody else was leaving the room.
Well, guys, Cat's dead.
Run! No. Wait, did I roll a 1?
No,
No, you
it
rolled a
looks
3.
like a 4 and an 8.
Oh, it was a 7. Never mind.
You rolled the first one was a 3, it looks like, and then the
Yeah, so 4.
So you get to the edge of the balcony and you flutter out into it and you land almost on the crystal, but then just slide off of it because it is too slick for what you were expecting, and you were hovering down with your wings to the. I have to move you with steer. Oh no, I actually got Cat that time. Nice. Onto the stage just below you, looking out over the crowd as they're being slaughtered? Question mark.
We don't know.
It does not seem like there's any blood, but there are people just all down, and everybody else is screaming and trying to run away from these creatures. But now would be a great time to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
All right.
21.
7.
So close to rolling 19. Dang, dude.
I should have started it from my end first, I guess. That's what I need to do. I need to actually change some of this too.
I take it the DJ lady didn't know what I was talking about.
She went on to say, basically, these must be the people that are stealing the magics.
Oh, bitches.
And let me see here. I'm trying to get all of the right people here too.
While you're trying to do that, I'd imagine the door's still open, and I'm just gonna scream back to everybody, be like, "Get out here! There's things killing people, and Cat just jumped over the balcony down to where they're at."
Uh,
All right. I think that is everyone. Ooh. Could everyone read me theirs again? I'm sorry.
I was a 7.
I got
12.
I got a 12.
19.
A 19 was that air 8?
Yeah.
And Wisteria was a 12 too?
21.
21. Sorry. Looks sexy.
No,
There
you're
we
good.
go. So, it looks like we start with the creatures. You see that the blue one just march through these two snails and try to slash them, it looks like, and they just pull into their shell, and their claws bounce off of their shells to some degree, and they look around confused. And then this red one or black one walks up to these orcs that are close to Cat, where you just landed, and around them just slashes straight through them. It looks like to your Cat now, especially because you're closer, this claws go into them and out of them, but never actually remove any of their flesh, but they collapse anyhow.
Oh. So I look towards the closest one, and I cast.
Oh, it is Wisteria's turn.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, my bad.
So I guess I'm gonna be like, "All right, guys, guess we're going down," and I'm gonna leap over the balcony as well. And as I leap over, I cast Writhing Tide, which is as a bonus action, I gain a flying speed of 10 and can hover.
Okay.
Attack. The effects last for 1 minute or until I'm incapacitated.
All right, you're on deck, by the way.
So I'm gonna leap over and kind of like fly down to the stage with Cat.
Okay.
And then
That's approximately 20 movement.
okay. And then sorry, I gotta scroll to where.
Oh, no worries.
Where are these things? Okay, I see the one. This is one of them right here, right? Is that
Yep.
the closest one? All right. It's like what, 5, 10, 15-ish feet away?
Mhm.
I am going to kind of take a deep breath, and I'm gonna be like, all right, guys, it's showtime, and I'm gonna say it like that, but I'm gonna kind of like whisper into like my clothing as I say it, and as I say that, a swarm of mantis come out of my robes, like from my sleeves, and are kind of just like hovering by me. And I am going to first aim at this one here
Okay.
with my longbow. Which is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And then, so that is 11 damage for that. And then, let's see. I'm going to hit again with my longbow at the same one, which is a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's another 11 damage. And then I am going to tell the swarm to also attack that creature. Let me see. You can cause the swarm to assist you in one of the following ways. Immediately after you hit a creature with an attack, the attack's target takes 1d6 piercing damage from the swarm. So it takes 2 damage, 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the attack's target must succeed on a strength saving throw against my spell save DC or be moved by the swarm up to 15 feet horizontally in a direction of my choice.
16.
Nice.
Yeah, it made it because my DC is 14.
Okay.
And then that will end my turn.
And then we go to that one. It's the red one that moves forward and tries to strike the snails in passing, but then gives up quicker than the blue one, who still seems to be standing there, and moves towards the stage where there seems to be more prized people and strikes another one down. Another orc. And then aerate. What are you doing?
Let's see here.
With
Trying to move it in the
photo on deck.
Gotcha.
So you're currently upstairs and you hear a good kerfluffle happening down below, and you'd heard Wisteria yell for you guys to get down there because they're killing people.
right.
And you're
Where I'm at it, I don't think I was able to see anything. I was just able to hear.
Yep. And you're
I rush downstairs and see what's going on.
movement is 30 SC. So you can double that with a dash action if you're rushing down the stairs.
Yeah.
$60, which gets you down to exactly the bottom of the steps from where you're at.
Okay.
But that action is an action, and you cannot attack after that. But you do see the situation now. It seems like it's pretty dire.
Okay.
You could use a bonus action if you have one of those at this time. Otherwise,
Sure if I do or not.
it would be under action, and then you can click on bonus action. You have 2 weapon fighting. As a bonus action, you can inflict a curse
Yep. That's what I'm showing.
at the end of your turn. But you don't necessarily have to do that right now. That was just
Right.
pointing that out. So you get to the bottom of the stairs. Also, to note, talking is a free action.
Okay, talking is free action. Okay. I get down the bottom of the steps. I'm like, man, what the fuck is going on? Oh, I'm going to need to help these people.
Then you would end your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So the snails that are both sitting there are everyone else in the bar seems to more or less be trying to get either into the back, away from the creatures, just screaming and running away. For the most part, just dude, come back. Otherwise, the people that were sitting in kind of the dining area are huddled away in the corner, trying to hope that no one notices them. And the snails, though, are stuck in that spot. They've gone into their shells, and the blue one is still slashing at the outside of their shells, which seems to be to no effect. And then it would be Fodar's turn.
I'm gonna make my way downstairs to see what the commotion is. So I don't know.
I don't know what your movement is.
My movement is 30 feet.
Are you going to dash then? Because the bottom of the steps is 45 from the position you were at.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay. So you're at 45 here.
Hang on. All right, cool.
So you still have. You said. I'm going back to it now. I was holding on to that 45 in my head because I'd counted it out before you'd moved in the other direction. Yeah, so
Oh,
you
no,
still
gotcha.
have a good bit of movement, but you're at the bottom of the steps currently with 45.
Do I have enough movement to make it to the snail closest to me?
Not quite. You'd be very close, though. You have 3 squares of movement currently, being that they're 5 feet, and you just got to 45.
All right. Let me see here. Hang on, run that by me one more time. Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries, I understand. You're at 45 movement, and you have a total of 60, so you've got 3 squares of movement left.
All right. Then move right there. see here. I can throw my hand axes because I have a bonus action. Yeah, 2-weapon. Yeah, so I can attack. All right, so the dash was an action.
Yes, correct.
All right, I still have 1 action left, so I'm going to throw my hand axe into the snail. Does a 12 hit?
Into the snail. One moment.
Oh, that's not what we're attacking. My bad. That's these little goblin gooky things, huh? Yeah, 'cause the
This red
snails-
thing, this
Yeah,
Attack
blue
the
thing, and this
citizens.
black thing.
yeah. I am not
Attack
going
the
to attack.
citizens.
I am not going to attack the snail. I'm just going to wave at it then as an action.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Are you sure?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're not. Fodar's not here to kill the innocent.
Okay.
So-
Wrong campaign, babe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
One of the eye stalks poke out and just kind of wave at you, hopefully from inside of its shell. And then we've got Rarlson's.
The
with,
Rarlsons. Rarl is going to usher his siblings back into the private VIP room so that they don't get hurt,
Okay.
first and foremost. Then he is... I guess I'll make my way over... I don't know where I was. I think I was in this square.
More or less.
To the balcony. Can I see down from here, or do I need to get like downstairs to be able to like?
No,
see
you can
what's going
see.
on?
You can see what's going on from there. Especially since the crystal has gone out. The laser show is currently off, and you're looking down into what looks like a mass of bodies. Although you do see 3 colored toadish looking things that are the size of large creatures, and then across the way you're noticing actually 2 what looks like to be a highly tentacled creature that is directing those 3 toad-looking things.
Okay, and the toad-looking guys are the ones who are clawing people for magic.
It seems like, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the tentacled thing, and I don't need. It's not an action or anything, but I'll extend my claws, which kind of have like a little like purplish fiery glow to them because they're my hexblade weapons. And then I will point at the tentacle thing and use a bonus action to cast hex on it. And I say, "You!" And with my action, I will cast Eldritch Blast at it from where I am. You!
Is there a saving throw to Eldritch Blast? Oh, there.
It's a to hit. And I'm pretty sure 2 beams at 5th level. Okay, I'm not at 5th level. And then so it'll take an extra 1d6 of necrotic damage when I hit it with this, and it has disability checks against something, against strength saving throws, I'm going to say, or against strength checks. So the hex creature has disadvantage on ability checks with a chosen ability.
Okay, and you're making that strength.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm going to roll 1d10 and 1d6 for the
Damage,
Eldritch Blast.
which
That was poo.
23 will definitely hit, and a total of 6 damage.
Yep. One of which is necrotic, I guess. And my Eldritch Blast take the form of laser bolts out of my eyes.
Awesome.
Pew pew. And I think what I'm gonna do. How close am I? I can't see level 1. Are there any people? Like, how far down is this balcony? Could I possibly, because I have a climb speed, hang off the side of the railing to help basically be a human ladder for escaping people up to the second floor?
Not a human ladder because, well,
I'm a
first you're a
tabaxi.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then second, because they're like a good even if you were hanging on the balcony and not the railing, a good 15 feet down below you.
Got it. All right. Never mind then.
So
I
you're
will
just
hang out where I am.
okay. Yeah, and I was pinging on the other map, I realized, but they're like right around here. The tentacled person that you were attacking, but that everyone else seen the laser blast slam into this tentacle person, realizing them pretty much for the first time on the other side of the bar, and it just in response. Snails slithering away behind it, and then we've got its turn. And cat on deck here. So the tentacled thing. Let me get your tail out of my face.
The tentacle boy, he's coming for you. You better watch out.
Oh, okay. Trying to read through a cat. So it floats over to the first blue one and smacks it on the head like it's been doing something bad. And let's see what that does. It does it and does. Oh, it wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing that other thing to escape. 10 damage. So it smacks it on the head and then floats forward again and grabs the snail that's in front of you, Fodar. I would guess, anyways. Oh yeah, and then rams a. Let me double check that. Oh no, that one doesn't hit. It doesn't quite pierce its shell, but it tries to ram it from inside of itself. It looks like out of the tentacles a spear of some sort or something sharp against the shell, and you just hear it off of the shell, and then it just in aggression and wraps another tentacle around it and starts kind of shaking it, and you hear the snail from inside of it just withering in agony. You're not sure why. Because it hasn't pierced its shell, but it does seem to be less than what it used to be. There's a little bit of goo that's dribbling out of, you're guessing, some sort of blood from the snail. And then we've got Cat. Which, I don't know if you guys want to call it here, but we are at 10 o'clock, basically.
I would prefer to call it here because I have to go pick up our nephew at 5:50 in the morning.
I feel you.
I think it's
Fun, man.
oddly good stopping place.
You guys know that you're in a pile of shit with some aggressively magic stealing assholes, and nowhere to go from there, probably.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a really bad place to be. Like that's where their element is, right?
They're what?
They're in their element right now. Magic
Oh.
stealing assholes in a pile of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man.
Did you get the flight too here? I just thought of that.
No, I was not able to, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. No worries. I just wanted to check up on that. I hadn't heard back, so I wanted to.
No. I'll check again, but every time I go to fill it out, it jumps in price by several $100s.
Oh, no worries at all.
If I can, I will let you know.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we can video you in if you can't make it.
Yeah. Either way.
All right. Well, good session, y'all. Hopefully, everyone's making it in 2 weeks for the next one, or yeeting into Adune.
Yeah.
Just look, book this
Sounds-
out.
No.
Yubby doo.
Alright. I'll catch you kids later.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.